So I figured it's been a while since I talked about the 500i, so I figured we should talk about it again. So to watch the review I did back in May, click on the link down here. Maybe it should be over here. Click this link. So, what are my thoughts? So I've used this saw for about 8 months now, and I still love it. It's a really nice and powerful saw, and the weight of it is unbelievable. I used this saw on one of our last jobs. I messed up the chain on my 261, so I had to use this for the entire day, delimbing and just walking around the entire day with this saw instead of the smaller one. And normally if I'm using the 572 Husqvarna all day, I do feel that difference in weight on my body when I come home, but I actually didn't feel that much after having used the 500i for an entire day, so I think that's quite impressive. Still love the power of it. It's a great and really powerful saw. I will give her this though. I did say in my last video that she was thirsty, but I guess she kind of adjusted to the way that we work, and now she's like the other saws. So I'll give her that. I'll take back my negative thoughts. What else? It still starts on the first or second pull every time, so I'm pretty pleased with that. And I know some of you have had questions regarding the bulb button down here, if that's still working, and I haven't had any issues with it at all, even on the colder days. So don't you worry about that. I think they figured it out. Would I still recommend buying this saw? I definitely would, yes. I love working with the 500i. But I will say this though, if you're getting a new saw and you're debating whether to get the 462, the 572, or the 661, or this baby right here, it really does depend on the trees that you fell on a daily basis. I've used the 500i on trees at about this size, and I would say that's probably the biggest size tree I would use it for, because bigger than that you do want a bit more power, and it's nice to have that on the 661. If you're always cutting down bigger trees, like bigger than this, I would go with the 661. But if the size differs, I would definitely go with the 500i. The 462 is almost the same weight as this saw, and the power is less, so for me that's not a question at all. But I guess it's easier when we have it out already. Not that easy for you over there. So if you're debating on getting the 462 or the 500i, I would definitely wait for the 500i and get that, because the weight is almost the same but the power is different. So, and if you are debating between the Husqvarna 572 or this saw, for me there's no question at all. I use the 572 a lot as well, but it is a heavy saw compared to this one, and I do feel a bit different when using them. I think the 500i feels like it has a lot more power, so I would definitely go with the 500i. I would still go with the 661 if you're cutting bigger trees all the time, because you do need that little extra power, like when cutting it up afterwards and such. It's nice to have just a tiny bit more. Yeah, there's not much else to say, I guess. I love working with this saw, and I definitely still recommend it. So let's take it apart a bit and just take a look at what it looks like inside. Nice and dirty as always. Look at me being all good. Alright. So it's really easy to get into it. You actually don't need any tools at all. It's closed up like this, and then you just turn it and you're right there to clean your air filter. Okay, so the air filter is also really easy to remove. You just pull it out. There we go. And this really needs cleaning. You see all the dust down here. You actually see that something is going into the saw here, so we need to remove all that. You can also just pop this off real quick. There we go. Okay. So you can see the inside of the saw. Looks like this. Well, give this a cleaning. I'll be using compressed air to get rid of all the gunk in here. Also, I'll use compressed air in this area. Careful not to blow anything into my air filter. Always blow from the inside and out. So yes, I will be doing that right now. I often get the question, how come my gear is always brand new? It's not, but I do like to keep everything nice and clean so that I know that it'll work when I need it. So whenever I shop my chain, there are always things that I look for. I check my chain catchers inside. I always blow out the air filter. I check the condition of my bar. Make sure to clean the little oil holes down there and on the other side as well. What else do I do? Clean up, in particular in the area around the sprocket here, because I want my chain brakes to always work. So yes, I do clean everything up really nicely, but I do that because I like to know that my gear works when I need it to. There we go, yay! Look, clean this car. Ooh, look it. Alright, next up. So yes, I really do enjoy working with this saw. I've used it quite a lot, to an extent that where my boss is asking if I just really like to sharpen the chain and maintain it, or if I just really love this saw. Yeah. I don't want it to sound like I don't like the Husqvarna 572, because that is a good saw too. It's just when you compare the two, you have more power in this and less weight. So when you've got both of them, for me it's a no-brainer to which one to go with. As I said, I've used it for an entire day, de-limbing, cutting down trees, and I really do like the way it feels when you work with it. It's a nicely balanced saw. She's a keeper. Well, I hope that answered some of your questions and that you liked today's video. Let me know if there are any other videos you'd like me to do, and I'll try my best to accommodate your wishes. Also, it would make me really happy if you follow me on Instagram as well, and have a great day, everybody.